start with Kuzlik or start with Florida?
Oh, on what side? I would start over with, then Tampa. I'll start with Tampa. Yeah. If he knows, I would start with Jeff, Where's the other headset? It's still on that right now. Oh, it's right there.
Jump on there. Watch yourself.
Lewis,
hang on one sec. Where's Mitch? Mitch, can you turn our volume up first so we can do a mic check? Hold on. Just put our... You are looking live at the stadium rink here at the Panthers IceDen, where today we have Game 2 of the M2 Division, the Conference Championships for College Hockey South. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. I'm Louis DePaulo. Thanks for joining us here. Joined by Craig Minervini, Charlie Serafian, and we've got Devin Serra, our remote man, down on the ice. Boys, we are going to have a great game. The first game of the tournament for Tampa. They just drove into town, Charlie. The Gators played last night, lost 7-4 FAU.
Yeah, absolutely, Lewis. The Gators, very scrappy hockey team. You got a lot of returners on this team from previous years. Michael Katz, Jackson Choi. You lost captain Matthew Berkeljacic last year, who was just an absolute weapon for this Florida team. But listen, they have momentum going into this because they've played already. Tampa, they're going to be fresh.
The Gators beat Tampa 2 times this year, Lewis. They also had a tie but they are not going to the regionals. It'll be interesting to see how they go after this against Tampa, a team that will be going, to the championships along with FAU in St. Louis next month.
The tough thing for the Gators was last week they went up to Cincinnati. They played Ohio State. They lost a close one 5-4, and then FAU ended up taking out Ohio State. So FAU has clicked their ticket to St. Louis, and so has this Tampa Spartan team. Speaking of the Tampa Spartans, we got head coach Doug Kuzlick. He's down there with Devin Sarah.
Thank you, Lewis.
Nick Kuzlick.
Nick Kuzlick, so good to see you again, sir. Congratulations, 2 wins at regionals last weekend. You are going to nationals with this squad. How do you prepare for this conference tournament going for your 6th beat?
Yeah, our mindset here is we don't lose since last weekend. We go into do-or-die games. Mindset from here on out is we don't lose.
You told us how beaten and battered this lineup is. You seem like you're healthy with this squad. How confident are you in the depth pieces that you've been building on late in the season?
Oh, yeah, the boys are feeling good. A couple guys banged up, didn't make the trip here, but, most of the guys are healthy here, so we're definitely looking to go run and gun. Let's get pucks deep, go bang some bodies around.
How fun is it for Will Fortescue to play against his brother Jack today in this conference title game?
Oh, the Fortescue Bowl here. Let's hope we can finally win one of these here, one that matters.
There you go. They're going to be active on defense. Appreciate your time. Guys, we'll take it back up to the booth with you guys.
All right. Head coach Nick Kuzlick, I want to say hi to his father, Doug, watching up in warm Rochester, snowed in on a big TV. So here's the thing, the Fortescue brothers. Florida has the freshman from Long Island. The Tampa Spartans have an older Fortescue. Big Fort has won a national championship. And then their other brother played on Team USA and won 2 World Junior Championships. And he's playing at Boston College, and he's a draft pick of the New York Rangers, Charlie. So lots of hockey being played in that Fortescue house.
Yeah, and especially with the offense, it's going to be interesting how they can convert, especially against an amazing goaltender in Kyle Meyer. And we saw how talented Kyle was just a month ago over in France. I mean, he was saving shots left and right. So obviously the hockey culture in that family, very strong. They're going to need to dig deep tonight if they want to get past this very talented defense and a brick wall back between the sticks.
So not sure what goaltender's going in for Tampa, but for the Gators, they've got one goaltender here tonight, and he played great last night. Zach Shield. Shield is 3.68 goals against, 893 save percentage. He's the only goaltender because Connor Lee couldn't make the trip in aeronautical engineering. He's got lots of homework.
Yeah, he's a big guy, Lewis. He's 6'5", had a tremendous year, near 900 save percentage, 893. On the 8-4 on the year. He's from this area. There's a lot of guys here on the Gators who are very familiar with this rink. They played high school hockey here, junior hockey, travel hockey, and he's one of them along with Noah Horowitz and a couple other guys from the Weston Parkland area here in South Florida. But the thing of the Gators is they got 9 freshmen.
Yes.
So this is a club that going forward could be tough to make this hockey club because you got 9 of the 17 skaters I believe they have total will be freshmen.
And then you've got an incoming class that Frank has already talked to. So you're right. They're really good now. They didn't make it to nationals, but you're not going to make nationals every year, Charlie. You got to give it your best. They won national championship 2 years ago. Tampa won last year. FAU also won when we were up in Jacksonville. But you have something to play for still. They lost last night. They got to win tonight to have a chance to play here on Sunday.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how that youth fares in this game, especially with a very disciplined Tampa team. You got to be careful. Don't get in the penalty box early. We saw that in the game earlier. USF lost that game because of self-inflicted penalties. Florida Tech was able to convert on a lot of shots earlier in this tournament, so we've seen it before. Florida, they need to be very careful. Don't get in the penalty box earlier, but still set the tone. Be the enforcer. They got a lot of guys who could go lay a hit out there on the ice.
So, Craig, you talked to both coaches during the pregame. What'd you come up with?
Well, first thing Nick said was from Tampa is, we don't want to lose another game all year. we're coming here to win. We know we're going to the Nationals, but we want to come here and win the hockey game. And for Florida, okay, they're not going to national championships, but there's a nice trophy out there that they want to put their name on as well. So
sure.
I think both teams are motivated. I don't think you're going to see a lack of motivation because one team may be looking ahead and one team isn't. Also, for the seniors, for the Gators, their last chance to play together, I think we're going to have a spirited not only game tonight, but entire weekend.
Yeah, absolutely true. They came out last night. I talked to Coach Pasquali yesterday. Everybody was wondering how they would come out last night against FAU. They came out, they had a 3-2 lead. They had some defensive breakdowns, gave up 3 odd man rushes in a row. FAU scored on not 1, not 2, but all 3. Changed the whole dynamic of the game.
Yeah, well, FAU, they like to score in bunches, and I think Florida, they got beat once they started to slow down. You're going to want to see some puck movement early on from Florida as well. Start to circulate it. Don't get too greedy. Unselfish plays.
All right, we're going to have our starting lineups and our national anthem coming up. Shield, obviously, in net. Looks like they got Kyle Meyer in net, the big, tall drinker water from Tampa area. I call Kyle Meyer my guy that I've covered from 4'4" to 6'4" because in this very rink he won the Squirt AA championship as a goaltender, and we did the game at DSPN.
Wow.
And I called him all the way through nationals, and then Charlie and I had him in France over to Christmas.
He's taller than you now, Lewis,
yeah.
by the way.
Yes.
He's a big guy back there.
All right, there's our PA announcer. Lots of Long Island kids out here.
That's a good thing.
Is it?
Now. All right, boys and girls, buckle up. We are ready to rock and roll here at the Panther IceDen. You've got freshman Shield in net going against the experienced goaltender in Kyle Meyer. Should be a great game. What did Nick call it? The Fortescue Bowl, right?
Yes, it's going to be interesting. And Will Fortescue, number 33 for Tampa, had 100 penalty minutes this year.
He gets that from Coach Kuzla.
But the coaches are saying many of them vocal. He's a loud guy out there on the ice, but he plays with a lot of passion. And he'll be going up against his brother, wearing number 24, Jack Fortescue, they're both out of Pearl River, New York. Jack, also a big guy, he's 6'1". He's had a good year. He has 19 points in 19 games.
It should be a lot of fun. We got a great crew here. We got Devin running around here somewhere with our headset, our sideline reporter. He's going to get some on-ice interviews with the players, with the coaches. We got Madison on camera 1. We got Mitch back there on the booth. Everything's going smooth. Again, thanks for joining us here on College Hockey South. Men's 2, the conference championship on the line, a must-win for the Gators, and then we'll have to see how tomorrow goes. These same Tampa Spartans, Charlie, playing FAU tomorrow. All right, loose puck picked up right at center. Calabrese lost that one, goes into the corner, Zelmansky. Zelmansky from Orlando, played lots of hockey all over here in the state. Evan Edwards up and off the glass. Bouncing puck kept in nicely. Zelmansky up off the boards right here. Chipped up, not out. There's Fortescue. Fortescue goes down with Zelmansky. Looking for the call, no call.
He's trying to draw one there instead of pick up 2 minutes. Didn't get the call.
Fired up and doesn't hit anything. Tampa's on a line change. Zelmansky. Calabrese. He throws a bouncing puck. Troy tries to play that with a stick. Fortescue there. They go D to D. Over here on the near side is Griffin. Back to Fortescue. Up off the wall. Dumped in. Shield able to play that one. Shield played terrific, guys, last night. And then, again, 3 turnovers, 3 odd man rushes. And that was the end. I'm not sure why the lights are going down on us. Greg, did you pay the bill?
I did not, Lewis, but they're going to continue to play, but the lights did go out. Maybe it's a little MSG-like, you know, where the lights in the audience go down, but the ice is lit up.
Yeah, and Craig, you brought up a good point earlier about Tampa with penalty minutes. You got to be careful because, dangerous play.
That was very dangerous. He's going to hold on now and regroup. Wise play by Shield. Go ahead, Charlie.
As I was saying, Craig, you brought up a good point about Tampa with penalty minutes. Now, I was talking about Florida, how they should stay out of the box because of the youth, but Tampa, you got to be careful because at the Battle of the Beach tournament, Florida, they did a really good job at scoring on the power play. You do not want to give them those uneven numbers because they can really go in bunches. You got to be careful. They're very physical. They could get down low. You don't want to disrupt anything with Kyle Meyer early on.
So the referee coming over and talking to both benches, discussing the lights. You know, the problem that Kuzlik's having with the lights is all the girls on TV can't see his hair. Kuzlik spends a lot of time in hair and makeup.
I tried to get in there myself. I saw you were there for 5 minutes, and then after him, and I couldn't get in there today.
Charlie doesn't need it. He's young and good looking.
You guys need to take notes there.
All right. Back to live action there, down on the far side.
Lewis got his nails done, too, which was a little above and beyond, I thought.
All right. There's McCoy to Likishwa. Likishwa takes a hit down low. Far side, going out. Guterman takes a shot. That was blocked in front by Fortescue. What a family, huh? That Fortescue family up in New York.
Great New Yorkers, Lewis.
Most of them. Not all of them, Craig, just most of them. Coming right back in your screen. Spartans trying to make a toe drag, couldn't do it. Still with the puck. Turn, they leave it over there. That was Schmelzer with that shot. Schmelzer. Relentless on that forecheck. Penetrante. Shields going to try to clear it. Gets it over to Fortescue. He just chips it out to center. Turn, dump right back in. Shields been busy behind his net, in front of his net so far. 17:21 left to play. Pass right across that goes off the side. Picked up by Pine. I know you know Pine from down here.
Yeah, very good player.
Pine time. He's got a younger brother looking to follow in his footsteps. He makes things happen for the Gators. One of many freshmen.
That North Broward Prep's got a great high school program. It's talented. They're usually among the best high school teams in the country. He played for them, and it is quite a team.
Is Peter Worrell still? Oh, no. Peter Worrell used to coach
Yeah,
them.
Ray Shepard was involved, too,
Right.
with the team, and they've got a couple other, but they really have a great program.
Looks like they fixed the lights here. Always good that way. We can see what's going down. But again, a lot of these guys growing up playing together in similar areas. You talk about the family history, Lewis. So you expect to see, some good passing, especially on breakaways, those 2-on-1s, really finding that flow as you get down there in a later game situation.
Fortescue over to Griffin. Griffin had the game-winning goal in the national championship for these Spartans. Nicholas Fontaine, that just got by him. There's Pine now. Gators retreating their own end. They get it over to Calabrese. He goes on the far side. A lot of horizontal passing. That one got picked up. Taking a shot. Shield with that first save. Kovalis, I want to say hi to his family, his mom and dad. His dad was a college soccer player, NCAA soccer player. We got to meet his mom, Julie, on that trip to France with the college hockey all-star team. 2-on-1, they got numbers. Lampinen tries to make the pass. Fortescue, defensive play of the game so far.
Great play
boys.
by Will in front, got the stick down, and even though he went over more to the shooter, he made a good play there as really you needed a sauce pass.
Taking that shot, Noah Horowitz, a South Florida boy, gloved by Kyle Meyer. Kyle Meyer playing in Tampa growing up, so these guys have played against Kyle before, just not at 6'4", Charlie.
Yeah, and that was the right play by Lampinen there. He had a good pass, wide open for his second, just a better defensive move. So, right idea for the Florida Gators. They just got to keep it up.
Zelmansky with the shot from the point, Likashwa there. Chipped up. Zelmansky battling. That's Alex Muller there. Zelmansky comes up with that, gets it back out to center where it's picked up by Longhorn. Longhorn turn, dump that back in. Little sideways play going. Gators come right back. Maisie. Longhorn. Spartans trying to get out of their own end. Good forecheck by Kemley. Likashwa on that far side now. Kemley there. It's going to be picked up by the Gators at center. That was Denny. He lost it. Spartans throw it right out in front. Maisie there. Right back to center. Longhorn turns, finds the corner with that puck. They're going to go on a line change. Horowitz, long stretch pass. There's Edwards. Coming right off the bench was Leon. Hargis. That's off the stick of Bashir. Spartans go right back in their own end, behind their own net. Hargis there. Chipped up into the bench. Look at Kuzlik. Former defenseman for the Tampa Spartans just grabs it one hand, says, I got this, boys.
Kovalis was a little mad at him that he grabbed it out of his hand for a second, Lewis.
Kovalis was hoping to take it home as an autographed puck.
There you go.
You know what? The Tampa bench, not just the D2, but the D3 team guys, all former players. Kuzlik, I got to call his first goal as a college player in 2015. But all the bench on this D2 team and the D3 team, all former players.
Oh, it was a high stick there. I don't think the
No call.
referee saw it. It was on Micah Calabrese, the defenseman from Long Island, number 9.
Yeah, he took a shot in the chops. You see him looking. The referee was right there. Mitch was there. No call, though. Craig, you're a part-time official. Do you make that call?
Yeah, I think you got to stick up for probably 2 minutes. Should have been a 2-minute penalty, but a lot of times, especially with play around the net, the ref is looking. Sometimes did it go in or following the puck, and sometimes away from the puck a little bit.
See, Charlie, what did you learn from Craig now?
Well, I just learned that you got to pay attention if you're a referee.
It's
right?
it's a wide vision that's hard. One ref told me, follow the play, not the puck.
No, what you learn, Charlie, is that one referee lies and the other covers up for him.
There you go. Yeah, they don't teach you that in school, Lewis.
No, but it is a good note, Lewis. Seriously, Pierre Rasco to follow the play, not the puck, because sometimes the play will linger for a second, and then that's when the infraction occurs. But guys miss everything in the NHL all the time. It was fortunately a minor high stick, probably could have been a 2-minute penalty.
Absolutely.
All right, so we stay 5 aside. Coming in right now in front, rushing all the way in. That was Griffin. Survived that. There's Katz. That's his mom on my right yelling. Mrs. Katz. Shot, save, Kyle Meyer.
I thought you meant on the right wing there, Lewis. You mean
To our
literally
right,
to your right. Okay.
Mrs. Katz,
Oh.
Mrs. Horowitz.
Okay.
All the Gator families to our right. We got a big section there. even former Gator players. My brother's high school or college roommate at UF, sitting right over here. Yep.
One thing about Kyle Meyer, he doesn't allow many rebound opportunities, likes to swallow that puck up. He doesn't like to gamble with it. And, you know, it's really difficult for a team like Florida to get in there. Well, you're not going to get points for getting players in the net there. So, like I was saying, they don't allow those rebound opportunities. So, Florida, they're really going to have to hustle for it.
Fontaine takes Calabrese down. He just got hit with a high stick. Now he gets taken down into his own net.
That was a set play. The defenseman was trying to set up Fontaine, number 89, but he couldn't get around the defenseman, and it went all the way down. I don't know if they called icing on it or not. Maybe they gave Fontaine the edge, so they waved off on the hybrid icing. I think they were trying to hook him up, though, on an angle pass off the boards.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right.
Yeah. That really would have been a solid play. You just couldn't break free.
Yeah.
Kovalis didn't take the draw against Likashwa, but they did give him that edge. I thought they were going to call icing.
Yeah. Break for the Gators.
Turn right back in. Felice hanging back. Wonder if he's going to stay on. Now he's coming off. Backdoor pass just missed Mikey McCoy. Down to Likashwa. Griffin there. Kovalis, that gets by him. Back up top. There's a shot. Rebound.
Good low wrister there. That could be tipped. You don't want to shoot it high. You don't want to whistle it off the glass. Good play there by number 24, Jack Fortescue.
There's his brother. Cycles it on the far side. Coming through center. Stepping up. Gators missed on that. They get by Pine. Going back. Cormac Terry from Comac, New York. Your old stomping grounds,
Good
Greg.
spot. Went to Comac South High School, I did.
He went to Comac South High School when Jesus was a baby.
Well, I went there so long, there no longer is a Comac South High School.
See what I mean? Back on that far side, all alone. Turn, just chipped it in. He had some time with Sully Swears. Swears, another freshman. He's from Cary, North Carolina.
Oh.
Shot and a save. Lampinen on that one.
Oh, giveaway in front, Charlie, and Lampinen had a great chance. Another big stop by Meyer, who came out.
Yeah, rare giveaway there, but if you're Lampton, there's really not much you can do with that. Kyle Meyer, he takes up a good percentage of that net. You just got to test your luck, start to pepper him a little bit, but just a better save by the bigger goaltender.
See the Lady Gators hockey team gathering
Nice
around down
they
here.
had a big win here just moments ago. They blew out their opponent.
That's McCann down in the corner, rubbed out by Zelmansky. Puck goes up and over the defense, coming all the way back. Giederman, he takes a big hit by Schweers. That's tipped into the corner. Tampa's going to come out on a line change. Zelmansky's got some time and space. They got Pine on the far side. Pine picks it up off the wall. Backhand pass through center to Lampinen. Jackson Choi, he's had a great career, the senior from Baltimore, Maryland. Coming right back with some speed and a lot of ice is Bashir. He gains the zone, made a pass across, taking a shot, and a score on the far side. That's Cole Sater-Dalen with that one.
Big shot. He's a big guy. He's 6'5". He's the tallest player on either team. And he rifled that shot, found the corner, and the first goal of the hockey game, Charlie.
Cole with the bottle rocket there, and I mean the ability to fire a shot from that far out with that much precision and accuracy, very talented. You know, that gets Tampa going early on in this game. It kind of took them a while to find their groove. Florida did a good job at defending. Zachary Shields, he's been pretty good so far, just a better angle.
Terrific shot, just a laser from Sater-Dalen. Tampa up 1-0 here. Again, a must-win for the Gators, where their season is over. Myers with the shot. Big hit down low from Rempe. Sater-Dalen gets it back over here on the Rempe. Bashir there now. Gator forecheck extending deep into the offensive end. Turn dumped right back in. That's Sea-Wagon. Sea-Wagon, a Philadelphia product.
Every now and then.
Met his family when they dropped him off. They were at Disney World. They dropped him off as a freshman at Tampa. Here comes Horowitz. Horowitz got lots of fans here. Drop pass. Fortescue pass across to Edwards. made its way to the net, and Meyer with the save.
Talking to Coach Pasquali today, he was talking about how his team is very tight, like a fraternity. You kind of see it even the way they play. They pass to the open skater. They don't take a lot of shots necessarily that are bad shots. You saw it there. Didn't work out, but you like the teamwork for the Gators, and that'll only be great going forward with all these freshmen and underclassmen they have.
I'll give you some scoop on the Gators as Horowitz talking to the officials. When you're in Gainesville, you got to drive an hour and a half to practice one way to Jacksonville. We only practice one night a week, the Gators, and whatever happened with the contract, after the initial season was over, the Gators had no practice before they went to Cincinnati last week and still lost only 5-4.
Well,
that is very detrimental.
They got off to a rough start. They were down 2-0, and the coach says they were rusty because of the fact they couldn't get ice a couple of weeks before that tournament.
Yep. There's a shot by Lickeshaw that just missed. Terry on the near side. But this is a team playing Division II that only practices once a week, even when they have ice. Not easy.
Might be a business opportunity for you, Charlie, to open up a rink in Gainesville.
Some new rinks over there, and it's especially hard for teams like Florida State. They got to drive from Tallahassee all the way over to Jacksonville. I talked to them. They don't even practice.
No. They just do what they got to do on the weekends when they're away. All right, that's chipped in. Gators come all the way back. There's McCoy. McCoy with it up here on the near side to Lickeshaw. Gets it to Katz. Mikey Katz trying to get around a couple. He gets around a few. Kyle Meyer into the corner. Right back up to Calabrese. Calabrese, he pulls back up. Here's Katz. Pass back door. He had Mikey McCoy there. Just missed, bounced over his stick. Great shit.
There's a teamwork again. You see a great play by Calabrese. He set up Katz, and he almost set up a goal.
Lots of credit coming up here is the Spartans as that goes up and off the glass. Stays in play, though. Still in play. Picked up. Giederman goes on the far side, dump right back in. Horowitz is going to pick that one up. Tampa seems to like this corner over here on the near side. There's a rip-in shot. That was deflected. That may went off Horowitz's stick. Finally up and into the rafters.
Right now, it's going to be very hard for Florida to, start to complete those cross-ice passes. You're starting to see the Spartans wake up a little, really crowd that neutral zone. So right now, this defense and Kyle Meyer back there between the sticks, it's going to prove to be quite the challenge for the Gators.
That was Felice on the draw. That goes off Horowitz to Zelmansky. Comes right back out to center. Tampa. Felice over here on the near side to Giederman. Nice pass through center. Coming in, it's number 81 on your roster. I don't have an 81, guys. Do you?
No.
All right. So we'll go with Mr. Spartan. Kovalis picks that up. There's a guy who could be called Mr. Spartan. What a great career he's had. The senior from Maryland, still with it. Pulls up, makes a couple of moves. Over on the far side now. Spartans, we're playing 5-a-side. There's a shot high and off the glass. They've got the Gators running around in their own end. Now Zelmansky's got the puck. Tampa's going to come off on a line change. That's a break for the Gators. Zelmansky. Tip. Gators going to get a change themselves. Pine out with Lampinen. Just squirts free. Schweer's trying to pick that one up. Couldn't do it. Coming right back, going down the other way is Giederman. Giederman with the puck. Drop pass, shot off the side of the iron. Lampinen picks it up. Pine time on the far side. Chipped up through the rafters. Lampinen picks it up out of the air. Headman's the puck to Pine. Pine's got some speed, takes a shot high and over. Got to hit the net on that one so it doesn't come flying out around the other side. But they got the puck deep.
Lewis, Denny Potvin once told me that J.P. Parisi would say to Denny when he missed the net in practice, "It sounded good, Denny." You don't want the sound. You want the net.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You want to get some nylon there.
6:32 left. Coming out on the far side Gators drop pass. Fortescue there. Goes over to his D partner. Coming in, Calabrese takes a shot. Lots of traffic in front. Kyle Meyer. The big fella covers up so much of that net. That puck got through. Now we got a stick broken that's there. The official picks that one up. Now it breaks in half. It's got to pick up the other half.
Well,
right?
whoever broke it has picked up a stick or refreshed because everybody had a stick.
I was going to say, it's kind of hard to play without one of those down there.
Fortescue with the puck. Long stretch pass that goes off Choi. It was deflected. Play continues. Choi on the forecheck along with Edwards. Tampa had a man over here on the near side. That was Seawagon. Choi with that poke check. Coming right back. Sadie Galen taken from him. Seawagon goes back.
Hey, one thing, Lewis, it hasn't been a very physical game so far.
No, so far, pretty good, clean game. Just a few hits. Yeah, I was going to say, just a few hits. These teams have played each other so many times. Where is our man, Mr. Devon?
Lewis, I'm over here by the Florida bench.
Ah, okay.
Hi, everybody. Well, an update for you. You guys were talking about Frank Pasquali and his team, the limited practice. He told me yesterday, before regionals, they actually were fighting for ice time at Community First Igloo. So they had to use their series against UCF as that tune-up for regionals. Obviously didn't go, and he told me it was not an excuse for their loss against Ohio State, but he feels like his lineup is fully serviced and ready to go, especially with yesterday's game. By the way, Brian Pine went to the locker room, just came back and is on the bench.
All right, that's our sideline reporter, Devin Sarah, doing a great job for us. Getting the scoop. He does look a little like Pierre McGuire, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. But refused to go between the benches, apparently.
Yeah. On the far side, there's a battle on that wall. Gators trying to come up with the puck. Lickeshaw does, turns, just throws it right up. Griffin picks it up out of the air. Mikey McCoy all over him.
Good
along with
forecheck.
Katz. Absolutely. Nearly a turnover. Fortescue. Wonder how much trash talking is going on in that family chat. McCoy, Katz. He's got Lickeshaw if he can get him the puck.
He just couldn't one-hand it to him, Lewis.
No. That goes off McCoy. Spartans able to bring it right back. Schmelzer. 4:23 left. 1-0. Just that one goal. Sader Dalen. We're going to have a first intermission interview with a player. Katz goes down looking for a trip. No trip. The Gator fans in front of us, guys, are incensed. I think they're correct.
Yeah, that definitely looked like a missed tripping call. I mean, Katz, you saw him visibly just, I mean, it wasn't a ghost that just knocked him off his feet, I'll tell you that. But what I do like is that last sequence between Fortescue and Lickeshaw. That was the best sequence they've had all game. Now, I know it's 1-0. I really wish we could see the shots on goal just to really tell us kind of how even this game seems, because right now I see two very talented hockey teams in front of me.
Right back at you, the Spartans. Schmelzer gets it right there at the dots, looking, pass across. Just missed Lawhorn on that. Made the right play. Gators got numbers if they hurry. Coming in, they stay on sides. Past the Lampinen, right back, shot, save. Rebound comes over here. That was just over the stick of Fortescue. And boy, you know he would have loved that one, guys.
You're going to need a good shot, it appears, to beat Kyle Meyer or get a break.
That bouncing puck, there was almost the break.
That's what you need.
As that came right out in front. Kyle Meyer moves like a cat at 6'4". Fortescue cycles it back the other side. Under 3 minutes left. Thanks for joining us here on College Hockey South. Tell all your friends and family about us. We're here tonight, we're here tomorrow, all day, and the championships are on Sunday. One of these two teams is going to be playing in it for Division II, College Hockey South. Pine nearly went in, just missed him again. Gators just off, just a little bit. Coming right back at you is Leon. Valise with the pass, far side. Back up top. Spartans with a shot, that was deflected. Valise May got a piece of that. Tampa still with the puck. Holding on, looking to go somewhere is LaFontaine. He went back door. It's picked up by Terry. Dumps the puck in. Kemley on the forecheck. He's going after Leon. Leon wins that one. The official gets out of the way momentarily, and Fontaine has a chance. Right out of the air, that goes off Edwards. Leon again. Here's Calabrese, minute 38 left. Turn fired in, that goes behind Kyle Meyer. Rebound coming in. No interference call. The Gators bench and the fans are incensed. I think they missed a couple of calls, Craig.
And not only that, they're going to get a penalty themselves, a bench minor on the Gators.
Oh, wow.
And Noah Horwitz is going to go over and serve it. I thought they could have called a holding there in a key spot. They didn't, and the Gators squawked about it on the bench, and they're going to serve the penalty.
Yeah, and you know, these fans obviously upset, the whole bench upset. I will say, though, Florida, despite being down 1-0, they're starting to lose themselves in the back of their own zone. They're still playing the puck very well. If you're Kyle Meyer, you got to be careful because late towards the end of these periods, that snow buildup right in front of you, it's going to cause the puck to skip in a lot of weird directions and ways. So between Shields and Meyer, just be aware of that going into these latter half of the periods. But right now, the Gators, you need to be careful and stay strong here and sound.
Lampinen will serve it for the Gators. There's a bench penalty, so anyone on the bench can serve it.
You know, there's been 3 questionable calls, and the referees, you know, and the Gators bench has been pretty quiet, guys. The fans have been more vocal than the bench. They say one thing, and they get thrown in the box. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that at all. Go over and at least say something to the bench first and say, guys, here's your warning.
They didn't get one.
No warning at all.
Yeah.
Griffin on the power play now, the Spartans with it. Covalese fans on that one. Lickeshaw coming back. Lickeshaw shorthanded, gets it to McCoy. He just overskates it. McCoy picks it right back up, though.
Puck backed up on him, unfortunately.
Covalese takes that. We got 45 seconds left. We'll see if Devin can get an interview with a player. Maybe Fortescue for the Tampa Spartans, see what it's like playing against his younger brother. Backhand save, covered up, shield. Referee says the net's off, no change. 29.8 seconds left, Tampa can change.
You know, it's another good chance there for McCoy. That's 2 times now, though. He's been a little premature of the play. You know, you got to keep your head down, watch the puck, but he got excited earlier in this game. He had a possible one-timer, missed it for a second. They're getting a lot of good looks. They just kind of got to calm down and collect their nerves here.
All right, let's see what they can do here in the last 25 seconds. Good stick by the Gators. They get it back, all the way back down now. It squirts down into the Tampa end. Giederman picks it up, coming through with some speed. Seawagon trying to get it through. Here's a breakaway. Is it pine time? Can the Gators get it on the board? Huge save, Kyle Meyer, with 5 seconds left. A shorthanded opportunity there for the Gators. What a way to end, though, for Florida with pine time and that shot. Story right now, too, guys, Kyle Meyer.
Yeah, he tried to go tweeners on Meyer. They're trying to figure out a way to beat him. Do we beat him high, low? He comes out. There's seemingly no room. That time, Pine felt he could go between the legs, but Meyer made the save.
Yeah, typically with the larger goaltender, you want to go low, but it's not working for Meyer. He's playing really well down on the ground.
All right, we're going to have our sideline reporter, Devin Serra. He's going to pick a player coming up. I think he's got Fortescue, and we got the remote camera down there. So Fortescue getting some love from some family members. Maybe that's mom and dad down there. We'll see. Big Fort. Devin, you ready? Mr. Devin, can you hear us?
Hey guys, joined alongside Will Fortescue, grad student, 5th year. Will, great first period for you. Not 1-0 start. How do you assess how your play did at the end of the first 20?
I think the effort's there. We're playing hard. We could get a couple more bounces, but not our best period, but still good start, 1-0. Now we just got to build on it.
Seeing your other brother on the other side, I know your family really gets a treat out of that. What is it like to see and play against your brother, Jack? Obviously the younger brother and you kind of the elder statesman.
It's honestly a lot of fun. If you look at him, if you zoom in on him on the ice the whole time, he's got a big-ass smile on his face. Excuse my language. He's got a huge smile on his face, and I don't know, it's been a lot of fun playing against him.
You guys have the lead. What are you looking to take into the second period?
I think keep getting pucks deep. You got to work hard and just keep putting pucks behind their D and working hard. I mean, as long as the effort's there, we're going to be all right.
Appreciate your time, Will. Thank you. Guys, take it back up to you for the start of the first intermission.
What a great interview. Thanks, Devin. All right, boys, thoughts on the game. Craig, you first.
Well, I think the teams sort of felt each other out there in the first about 10 minutes or so. It was not as physical as I thought I might have seen. But Tampa had a couple of chances. They took advantage of their one. And then really the story to me is Meyer. He hasn't had to make a lot of saves. But for the Gators now, they got to figure out a way to either get more traffic in front or figure out maybe a cross-ice pass, east-west type play, because Meyer comes way out of the net. He's already 6'4". He's a big fella, and there's not a lot to shoot for. I would try to get him on one side and east-west him and try to get the other side on the weak side to get the shot.
Well, I have to agree with Florida. I mean, again, they're trying to be physical, but we're not seeing a lot of penalties in this game. And both teams, I agree with you, Craig, they're playing clean hockey, which I love to see. They're passing the puck well. Florida, they're kind of surprising me on how well and how disciplined they're being. They're not trying to take too many dangerous plays up there. They're moving well in front. They're getting some quality looks on goal. Again, you just can't fool a guy like Kyle Meyer. On the other hand, Tampa, I think they're playing extremely well in that one shot. They were wide open down there with Cole, top left corner of that bottle rocket, knocking it off the net. So if you're Florida, honestly, continue to play the way you've been playing. It's working. You just haven't gotten that goal yet.
Guys, while you were all watching the interview with Devin, I was watching the Florida bench. Coach Pasquali had all four officials with him. He wanted to know what was going on. He had some questions. I don't know if they got answered or not. Doesn't matter. We got 28 seconds left in the Tampa Spartans power play. But Pasquali respectfully telling the officials, guys, I think you missed some calls. We'll see if that makes a difference in the second period. All right, we'll be back in a little over 9 minutes. Louis DePaulo with the crew here. We've got a 1-0 game, the Tampa Spartans on top of the Gators right here on the College Hockey South Network. All right, everybody, welcome back. Second period action. Lots going on here. As far as the officials, there was a discussion. Obviously, nothing's going to change. We'll see how that affects second period.
Yeah, but what you're trying to do as the coach is to make a point to the officials and maybe, get a call or at least have them chatting after the period to say, hey, did we miss anything? Let's keep an eye on it. They're saying this. And usually if you say it respectfully, the officials will listen to you, and we'll see if they can get a call. Sometimes you're trying to buy a call for the future,
sure,
or at least to get a better point of view from your statement.
Well, you're mending the relationship there because obviously we saw frustration in that game between the referee and the coach. So a little small talk over there while they're letting the players go off the ice, that's not going to hurt anybody. And I think later down the road, this bench, they're going to appreciate it way more.
All right, we're going down to Devin Sarah, Coach Frank Pasquali on the bench.
Thank you, guys. Frank, team down 1-0 after that first, but it was a fast-paced one. What did you like in his team? What would you like to do better?
I like the way our team played. We had 10 shots on goal, a lot of quality chances. We back-checked well. Tampa capitalized on one rush. But I think we're fine right now. We got to kill the rest of this penalty off and go from there.
Do you guys make a statement to press in this period, or do you like the way they're playing, like you said?
Yeah, I think if we just keep doing what we're doing, it's going to be a great game for the next two periods.
Awesome. Thank you for your time, Frank.
All right, Devin Sarah there on the bench with Frank Pasquali as we get going here. 23 seconds left in the bench penalty to the Gators. Griffin picks that one up out of the air. Over here, Fortescue. Devin, great interview with Fortescue, talking about playing against his brother. Likashwa slips. Spartans backdoor Valise. A lot of water on the ice right now to the benefit of the Gators. Coming all the way in. They got Mikey Katz down low. Can they get him on a breakaway? They just missed. And they got an icing call. So the Gator faithful and the fans alike at home all looking for a little bit of break from the officials, guys. Mikey Katz was right there, and they still called icing anyway.
The best news for the Gators, they killed off the rest of the penalty, and now we'll get a chance here to go 5-on-5 and try to even this game up.
The good thing for the Gators is, no pun intended, they got thick skin. So they can continue to build off of this and just play the momentum, play their game. Don't let the emotions get to you.
Charlie, I love you. You are my favorite Tennessee Volunteer ever. All right, coming right back out here. Looking for that long stretch pass.
Good try there by Calabrese.
Got a little good story for you coming up here on Zelmansky when we get a whistle. Horowitz there. That gets by him. Second period, 1-0. Just getting started here. College Hockey South YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us. Nice little poke away. There's Katz. They turn. They get it to Mikey McCoy. McCoy drop pass, or it got stuck in the water. A lot of water out there. Both teams struggling with the puck. Coming in the near side. Look at this opportunity.
Oh, he had him.
He did. He just missed Billy McCann on that one. That goes off Fortescue. Picked up by Seawagon. Seawagon and Fortescue right behind the net. Big hit on the boards. Now we got a chance coming the other way. Fortescue, the younger Fortescue, comes in, takes a shot on Kyle Meyer, and follows his rebound all the way into the corner. And he's still battling along. Gators trying to center that. They had Pine Time in front. Bouncing puck, icing coming up. We'll see if we can. Oh, so now they get a standing ovation from the fans. If we can get a picture over here, Mr. Zelmansky. We've got him over here. That's Mr. Zelmansky holding Zach's first hockey jersey ever.
I know that team.
Yes, that's my junior nights from way back. That was his first jersey ever. He's playing his last college games of the weekend of his career now. who's going to be joining us in men's league. Here's Pint Time, drop pass. Just missed on that one.
My son Max played for the Junior Knights, as you know, Lewis,
Yes,
for
he did.
Frank.
That's where we met. Way
Utrick.
back.
Good coach, very good coach, good hockey man.
Who's that?
Frank, and I want to say Utrick, he had some ties to Toledo. He was
Oh,
the
no,
head
Frank Uliat.
Frank Uliat.
Ron Uliat.
Ron Uliat.
Ron
yes.
Uliat,
Ron,
yeah.
great guy.
Great. Speaking of Ron Uliat,
Yes.
Fort Wayne in the house
Fort
tonight
Wayne,
there.
yes.
He was the Uliat family, synonymous with the Fort Wayne Comets. His dad was the general manager.
Yep.
They retired in there. Ron played and won there and coached there.
This is Fort Wayne Comet Hockey, one of the great broadcasters, was around forever, and they had a tremendous radio station that you could pick up virtually all over the Midwest and East.
Yes, and do you remember his name?
It's a short, like a Don Lane, something like that.
No, I'll have to
What?
look it up because,
I'll look it up.
yeah, he was a terrific announcer. I met him once. He came down on his last
Did the
year.
games for maybe 50, 60 years.
Yes, he did. He started out of World War II. We'll get back to that in just a minute as that one goes over to Terry. This is way before Charlie's time. He's got to Google World War II, Charlie.
I know you guys were around when dinosaurs ruled the earth, so
Wow.
I gotta.
Now,
Listen.
don't say anything about Lewis like that. That's not.
It was before that.
Listen, I may be older, but who looks older?
Bob Chase was his name.
Bob Chase, there you go.
Called over 4,500 games from 1953 to 2016.
Edwards pass right in front. Kemley there. Yes, lots of Long Island, Rockland County, wherever you want to call it. All of New York represented well tonight. Covalese now with the puck. Bouncing puck comes over. Gators have a chance on the far side. Calabrese with it. Shot off a shin pad. Calabrese just dumps it down deep.
You know, Lewis, Choi went for the shift change there. And, you know, in that spot, I know it's end of the shift, but you had a potential 2-on-1. He could have streaked down the right wing. Instead, he really didn't pay attention to where the puck was, and he went for the shift.
That's tipped by Valise. That goes on top of Shields, so they got to play it. There's Zelmansky, ZZ Top, as he was affectionately called from a youngster in Orlando. Played lots of AAA hockey growing up once he left the AA division. There's a shot and a big save by Valise.
Good save by Valise with
Shield, my bad.
by Shield with Zuhalen in front of him screening. That was a good play.
Yeah, you're starting to see those lanes open up a little. What I do like about Zelmansky out there on the ice, he sets the tone. He hits hard, but the one thing is Florida, they're doing a good job and not ending up in the penalty box. They're playing smart hockey, and I think it just goes to show the maturity despite, on paper, being a young team.
I want to say hi to all my boys up in Savannah. We got a great group of officials watching in Savannah.
Well, they're not going to like you tonight, Lewis.
Nah, they already just texted me that.
You've been all over the Zebras.
LT is giving me grief. Listen, it wasn't just me, the bench, the fans, even you. You're an official intervening.
One
You said
call
they
I thought
missed.
they made.
Yeah, like I
It
said.
happens.
One lies and the rest of you defend it. There's Zelmansky down deep. Up and off
Everybody
the
wants
boards.
to be an official.
Oh, yeah. Nobody wants to be an official.
Hey, Lewis, that was a great job by Cats setting up the offense on the other side of the ice of Florida. You're starting to see them click a little, especially on these fast break.
There's Katz right there, gets it to Horwitz. Horwitz with a shot and a goal! Tie game, Noah Horwitz finally solves him, and he solves him from about 30 feet out.
Great wrist shot by Horwitz. That was a blast. And they finally got one by Meyer, which isn't easy to do. He wrung the top of the net.
Especially going top right. I mean, we've been talking about the size of Meyer. It's not really easy to fool him. You really want to go low with the bigger goaltender. Horwitz said, no, disregard that. Top right corner, knocked it in there. We thought he was going to maybe pass it off to the left side. They've been doing it all game, but Horwitz being a little bit selfish there, the gamble paid off really well.
Devin, you're down right next to the Gator bench. The excitement's back for the orange and blue.
Yeah, it is, and Frank Pasquali is as vocal as ever to his forwards. You have got to press right now. So they are pushing the envelope to get offense going.
So opportunity taken by Horwitz, the captain, second generation Florida Gator, won a national championship with his brother his freshman year. 14:08 left, tie game. Gators need this to force a three-way tie for tomorrow. There's Pine. Pine down low. Picked up by the Gators. They got a man right in front. That was Calabrese. Fortescue dumps that one down. Turn right out in front again. Loose puck, Kyle Meyer. Devin, right back to you. We were talking about the Fortescue brothers. Go ahead and continue with that story.
Well, it's a great passion. Obviously, Jack being the younger brother for the Florida Gators, and Will on the older. They have another brother, Drew, who is a junior defenseman for Boston College, the number 10 Eagles, by the way, playing really well, and a third-round draft pick in the 2023 draft for the New York Rangers. Their family all in attendance. These guys played stickball growing up. They all have tie relations, and all of the brothers are super close. Watching somewhere out there, we hope Evan is, or Drew rather, and both Fortescue's playing really well in this one.
Thanks, Drew, for your Team USA victories. My buddy and good friend Brett Larson was one of your coaches up there. Big fan of yours. Good luck in the pros, except when you make it to the city of brotherly love. That puck bounced in on Shield there, Calabrese. You know, we keep talking about New York and Sea Wagon! Philly in the house. He throws it off the back of Shield. Shield's shaking his leg, guys. It went right off the back of him.
Yeah, and you know, Lewis, I think he caught Shield sleeping. I don't believe he thought he was going to even try to attempt a shot there. Usually, they like to go with that wraparound opportunity, find the man in the middle. You got a lot of snipers up by the blue line, but instead, catching the goaltender off guard, that one paid off.
Yeah, it took a fortunate bounce for Sea Wagon, and smartly from the goal line, he just banked it. He didn't try to pick a corner. He just tried to hit the goalie's leg, and the angle was perfect for the goal.
That is a play as they come in offsides. And Kuzlik on the bench saying, I taught him that. Sure you did, Nick.
That's a tough one for the Gators because it's been very hard to get even opportunities on Meyer. You finally get one, you're back in the game, and then you give up that kind of a goal there. A little sloppy play behind the net and a very smart play by Sea Wagon.
Well, here's the good thing if you're a Florida Gator. This team is resilient. The bench is that way. The leadership is that way. There's a shot by Shield. They've been resilient since this group of Long Island coaches took over this Florida Gator program. They've taken it to heights that it's never seen before. The camaraderie, the number of people at tryouts, it's been absolutely outstanding. And so they did face some adversity earlier. They're facing it right now, and they'll come back like they always do.
That was a defensive miscue, too. It wasn't just on the goalie by the Gators to throw it away behind the net. Sea Wagon picked it off.
Kemley with the shot. Edwards just missed on that one. Zelmansky, Terry gets that one in. Griffin there. Gators on a line change, 12:32. Thanks for joining us here on the College Hockey South YouTube channel. Kovalise comes in, gets rubbed out by a couple of Gators. Zelmansky throwing the body around. Still with it. On top of Lease, he just backhands the pass over on that side. They get it back to Griffin. Gators now chip it up. Valise there. Over here on the far side. Fortescue already left the zone. It's going to be picked up by Maisie. Maisie rubbed out of the play by Fontaine. Those guys battling on the boards. I think Devin's got the best shot. He's right with the scorekeeper. He's probably got a nice little heater in that scorer's box. Backdoor trying to hit Maisie again. Fortescue had him checked. Oh, I'm sorry, that was not Fortescue, that was Gieterman. Bouncing puck coming over toward the Gator bench. Stays in play. Maisie with a big hit on top of Penetrante. Up. Far side. Still can't get the puck forward. Now goes off a skate, goes in the offensive end. Pine there. That goes off the linesman. Comes back here on the near side. Zayline with a big shot and Shield with the save.
You see Shield now being very careful with that puck. There's one thing, you learn from your mistakes, and obviously the Gators, they weren't intending for that to happen. Before that, it was a very even hockey game. You just have to be careful of those self-inflicted wounds. We saw multiple teams this weekend so far lose games just not because of being the worst team, but they're just beating themselves up because of it. Now Florida if you're the Gators, you just have to learn to regroup and continue to play the game the way you've been doing all day long.
All right, Florida now coming up the near side. There's Katz. He goes down. Gators looking for a call. They get it. So we got a power play coming up. Gators have a chance. They're going to throw number 7 in the box, guys. That's Nick Zayline from Hoffman Estates, Illinois, into the sin bin. Is this the first Gators power play,
Yes.
boys?
Yep. Tampa had one, and now the Gators get their first opportunity.
Lewis, I'm quite excited to see the Gators on this power play because in the Battle of the Beach tournament, one of their games against Tennessee, they were able to score 3 times in that game just off power play opportunities, and we've seen them do this yet again and again. They like to rush the puck. They like to be attacked. They like to be aggressive. Even when they're down a man, you'll see them acting like they're on a power play.
They've been a little cold, though, on the power play. Frank Serviaso, the assistant coach, told me before the game, they got to get it going with the man advantage. We'll see how they throw it around.
Well, Tampa able to clear that right away. Shield back behind his net, leaves it for Horowitz. Horowitz has the goal just inside the blue line for this Gator team. Fortescue, that went off. McCann, he turns, dumps it right back in. 10:45 left here, minute 40 and counting in the power play. Gators trying to tie it. Mikey McCoy past the Cats. Cats and Dogs, backdoor, second shot again up top high from Horowitz. He's feeling it.
Yep. You got to have a guy in front of the net, though. It's an easy shot for Meyer to handle with no one in front of the net, nobody there for potential rebound. But, hey, Horowitz has got that Horowitzer from 30, 40 feet out.
Oh, that was clever.
Like that one?
Well, it was a good job at disrupting that triangle down there in the zone. You know, Florida, they're kind of trying to find that ricochet off the man in the middle, but right now Tampa is doing a good job at getting back.
Mikey McCoy gets it back to Fortescue. He can let it rip from there. Gators, you're right, there's nobody in the bumper position. They're way out of place. Fortescue there, shot. That just missed the net.
But good east-west passing here by the Gators.
Now they finally got somebody in front, and it's Katz. There's a shot right in front. Katz goes into the net. Doesn't count as a goal in case you're an official up in Georgia watching. We don't count those down here in Florida, guys.
No, good job there by Horowitz again getting the puck to the net, and that time they had 2 Gators right on the doorstep.
All right, down to Devin.
You know, guys, talked about the officiating conversation went on. Frank Pasquali added that the clock was running at the first stop of this power play. They took it off 3 to 4 seconds. They asked them to reset it, and they didn't, and Frank just had to smile and laugh.
Tough go at it. You got to fight through everything.
Gators have to win this game, Lewis.
They have to win this
or
game.
they will not be able to win the College Hockey South here group after losing the FAU last night 7-4.
That's correct. Calabrese goes behind his net, gets it over to Terry. Cormac Terry from Comac, the freshman. Getting some power play time. Here's Michael Calabrese. He's looking. He sets up. Poked away. Terrific. Sader Dalen, he's already got 1 goal. He comes in looking, backhand shot, and a goal, a shorthanded goal. Calabrese got beat deep. Sader Dalen, you said, is the biggest guy on the ice.
Yeah, great play, great strength. He won the puck at center ice, came in blue line in with a nice little move, and scores the goal. He had only 6 goals in the regular season, but 5 on the power play. But he's got 2 here in this game already.
Well, it takes a lot of skill to be able to skate with a man on your back, one hand controlling that puck, and the finish. That's the hardest part, being able to maneuver around the goalie. It's really not easy hockey, so beautiful stick work, especially from a guy who's about 6'5".
Yeah, he just looked like Cole Valise on that one, just a foot taller.
And very disappointing for the Gators with the power play. Instead of scoring with a man advantage, they give up a shorty. That is a killer.
There's Pine. Pine gets lost the stick. Fans upset again. Fortescue back to even strength. Far side. Horowitz with a shot, just missed on the glove side. You know, Charlie had an interesting point that we'll get to in just a second. We were talking amongst us on the intermission. We'll see what Fortescue can do with it now. There's 3 forecheckers in deep for this Spartan team as it comes all the way back. Kyle Myers going to let it go. We got nice and call. Charlie, Your thoughts on that bench penalty?
Yeah, you know, you have to be careful in those situations, like if you're the bench whatsoever. But I think another thing, too, the fans over on our side, I believe the ref thought that was the bench yelling. And, you know, I was a little confused at first because I looked down. I did not see the bench really say anything or do anything, but the parents, they were definitely letting the ref know. They were yelling, were screaming. I think the ref thought it was the bench for a second.
Yeah, very possible that happened. And unfortunately, the Gators wind up getting a penalty. They did kill that off, but they give up the tough shorthanded goal.
8:35 left. That shorthanded goal right now looks big on the boards. It's a 3-1 lead for the Spartans. Swears loses that. Fortescue back behind. Up and off the glass. Well, went to go off the glass. Didn't make it there. Dump right back in. Fortescue's going to get another chance. Over to Pine. Pine up and off the boards. Gets out, but Tampa turns. That one goes nearly into the bar.
We're going to need helmets up here, too.
Right? I got hit with a stick last night.
How'd that happen?
On the
were you on
mezzanine.
the ice?
No.
Probably by a referee.
Yeah.
No.
At
Don't
this rate,
start.
he might be.
Don't encourage this behavior, Minervini.
What happened?
I was on the mezzanine with Kay, who was on camera. And somebody stick lifted one of the guys on Alabama, and it just came flying up because we're right there, right at glass level. I was like, good thing I was watching.
And he wanted.
I'd have been longer in hair and makeup.
From what
didn't hit you
team?
though, right?
Whose
No,
stick was
I
it?
just grabbed my hand.
Which team?
Alabama.
And you wanted a 2-minute penalty on the Crimson Tide.
Yeah.
I understand.
Oh, dude, you're giving too much ammunition to my friends that are watching.
I think the stick came up and then cut off all your hair, Lewis.
Wow.
Oh, it's becoming a roast here. This is not
It's
very nice.
terrible.
I didn't know this was the roast of Louis DePaulo.
I didn't either. I could have went home and let Lewis Jr. do this.
I'll tell you what, I'm just surprised they put me in the middle of the two most handsome guys out here in this rink.
Yeah, keep kissing up. You're an Italian sandwich. That's what you are.
There we go.
We had the cannoli crew, and you're in the middle.
All right, Gators need one here. Try to get back in this hockey game. Remember, they cannot win the CHS here without a victory because they would then, with a loss, they'd be 0-2, and that would automatically put the game tomorrow night between Tampa and FAU. That's our matchup, right?
Yep.
As the championship game.
Fortescue just picks something up off the ice. The gentleman that he is puts it up on the boards, and we'll leave it there
What
for
the
now.
Gators need here, Lewis, is a Gator win, and then FAU beating Tampa tomorrow as well.
To cause
and that would put
chaos.
them in. Otherwise, it becomes down to the tiebreaker.
Bouncing puck. Felice comes in, takes a shot, went high blocker. That's missed. Gators got a chance on the far side. Great stick by the Spartans. Horowitz comes in again. Horowitz with it. Went east-west. Drop pass. Felice able to pick that one up. We got a power play, believe it or not, for the Gators. Doesn't look like it, does it, guys?
I didn't see that penalty called, but $1:22 to go on the power play.
Lawhorn in the box. Wow, coming right back in, looking to make a move, a second opportunity. Short-handed.
Big save. Big save.
You were talking to Cervasio about the power play. Power play has hurt them tonight. There's McCoy up and into the net, right?
McCoy had the center of the ice. He had a good look at the net, and instead of shooting, he went more left and really cut down his angle against the big Meyer.
He really lost it. He hesitated a little on it.
Shoot the puck.
A little bit of a toe drag there.
Yep.
On the opposite side of the ice, though, what a beautiful dump pass by Cole Valise in center ice to set up that potential shorthanded goal. Plays like that, that's going to win you hockey games.
All right, we'll see how this goes now. Pine has 53 seconds left. Pine gets the return pass. Out on the far side is Calabrese. He's going to try something different. He rims it around. They let it come up to the point. That's intercepted by the Spartans. Spartans chip it up. Lamp it in. The Lamp Man. They cycle it back. Stolen back behind the net. Sater Dalen. It's power play. Maybe the Gators can decline the next one. We'll see. Calabrese. Drop pass. That shot just missed. Got 15 seconds left. Back behind the net. Picked up by Lampinen, kicks it to himself. Gators come up with possession. Great stick check. Comes all the way out. Hard just on that stick check. And that's going to do it. Pine turns, dumps it in. Tampa's going to change. Another missed opportunity, guys, for the power play. And they nearly gave up another shorty.
Yeah, and you can't have your best looks being 30 and 40 footers. Horwitz had that great goal earlier, but that's hard to do, to get goals like that.
Yeah, it's getting all men down there on the ice, but we got Devin for another hit down there. Devin, what do you got for us?
The Gators captain, Noah Horwitz, getting very vocal on this bench, saying we have to decide right now if we want to come back in this game. And is followed up by another player saying we're too soft right now. We got to get it going. So expect the Gators to maybe make more of a push here right now.
Great call down there, Devin. Thanks for being our on-ice reporter, our between-the-glass guy here for College Hockey South tonight. There's Katz. Sauce pass. Backdoor. Choice shot. Great stick in front. I believe that was Leon, Albert Leon, number 6. Terrific job getting that down, as they would have got a shot on Meyer that time.
Yeah, and you know, Meyer, I'm very impressed about how quickly he reacts. Getting down, blocking off the 5-hole. He has been aware all game. He's been awake. We saw him doing some smelling salts down there on the bench too, so I'm sure that's going to help. We'll get a little bit of a miscue down there on the face-off.
Ripped around that far side. Horwitz keeps it in. Now what? Now we got a penalty on the Gators? Was it behind him? I think he's throwing Edwards off for something. So,
Let's see the call here.
did you see anything?
Cross-check is the call on Evan Edwards. And that'll put Tampa on the power play.
Well, Totten, if the referee made the call, we know it's right.
That's how it works, Lewis.
It's like dealing with your parents. They tell you something, if you don't
That's it.
agree, right, Craig?
Yep. You get sent to the room or you get a 10-minute misconduct. Depends on the location.
Especially in an Italian household growing up.
Yes.
Their way or the highway. All right, Fortescue now takes a shot that went off a player in front. Gators pick it up. Valise up top. Nearly turned that one over. Poked away by Mikey McCoy. Horwitz there. Trying to get it up to him. Fortescue picks that one up out of the air. Back to Valise. Side to side they go. Fanned on that shot. Great opportunity. Alex Moeller just couldn't pull a trigger.
Boy, he's slick, though. Number 3, Alex Moeller. Keep an eye on him.
Valise. Griffin just missed. They got backdoor here. Fortescue. They come over here on this side. Valise with it. Valise over to Griffin. These guys have been playing together for a long time for Coach Kuzlik.
Coach said Moeller's got the best hands in the league. Number 3.
Valise. Griffin. Good stick there by Mikey McCoy. Turn fired, not out. There's your boy, backdoor. Right up top to Valise. Valise shot deflected. Big save by Shield. That went off a player in front. Shield covers up with 57 seconds left.
I got to say, I'm really impressed with the Gators putting their body on the line. Every time Tampa tries to get a shot off, and I'll tell you, I played hockey back in the day when I used to live in Toronto. It is not fun to have a puck flying at you that fast. So putting it all on the line, taking those risks, helping out Shields, it's proving to work so far in this defensive possession.
Seawagon talking to Fortescue on the Gators. Probably razzing him a little bit. I'm sure he knows them from visits down to Tampa with the boys being that close. You know that Philly, New York thing, Craig. We got to razz each other, right?
Absolutely. Hey, chirping's part of hockey, and it's a fun part of hockey, too. More fun when you're up, though.
I was just going to say, when you're winning.
Yeah.
Coming right back, Lawhorn there. He loses
Always the bridesmaid. We just heard that great chirp from Matthew Tkachuk to Leon Draisaitl in the Olympic Games.
Ooh, shots fired. Seawagon. Turn that puck over and they get it right back. Coming in now, 3-on-2, 20 seconds left. Spartans up 3-1. That puck comes out.
I
Just
like
goes
their
over
power
the
play,
stick.
though, Lewis. They
Oh, yeah.
throw it around well. They get good looks. And notice their looks. They're not shooting from 45 feet out. They're getting looks around the net and trying to get opportunities inside that slot or inside the crease area.
Here's Pine. Pine will come back out to even strength. Pine just chipped it up to himself. He's got nowhere to go with it, cycled it down. Gators changing, Lampin in there. Just gets by Kemley as he comes back on the ice.
And Lewis, on that note, I think we've got to credit the Spartans defense for not allowing the grade A type chances for the Gators. They've kept them out. They got a big D. They're fast. They got sticks all over the place. It's hard to get in, and when you do, then you got to beat this guy Meyer, which isn't easy.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. They play so well together as a team. How many times have we said tonight, Charlie, about their stick in the way? And then once you do get by them, you got the big,
good luck.
tall Spartan, right?
Well, it's a blessing to have, your last resort be a guy like Kyle Meyer. And right now, Tampa, they are circulating that puck very well. We saw Florida attempt those cross-ice passes earlier in the game, but now Tampa, they're starting to find that rhythm and momentum. It typically happens, especially in these club games. You start to play your best hockey late in the second period, that third period, things start to click, especially with teams that don't have the privilege of practicing as much as some of the other teams in this league. It takes a second to get out there and get those muscles warmed up.
Craig, as old as you are, you've seen the growth of goaltenders, and we got two big goaltenders out here tonight. How's that changed the game?
Well, in my day. No, it is. It's the net has stayed 4 foot by 6 foot, and the goalie just kept getting bigger. They have adjusted the equipment a little bit, but obviously from the time we started watching this game a long time ago, there's not as much net to shoot at.
Nah, they're bigger and they're more athletic.
Yes. But then again, the sticks are lighter, the shots are tougher.
Coming in, big save again on Shield. Shield is what, 6'2"?
Yeah, about 6. Actually, I have him at 6'5".
Shield?
6'5", 215.
Wow.
Well, that ref down there is pretty tall in himself. I was standing next to him earlier, and Shields towers over him.
Yeah, he does. So Shield bigger than his brother, Nathan Shield.
Yeah.
Nathan played down here, came up to UCF, played 2 years there, played 2 years with the Gators. Now he's a working man. Troy able to chip that one back out. Minute 30 left. Key right now, boys, is down 3-1. If they get out of the period that way, they'll be able to build some momentum, at least if they can get the next goal. Certainly don't want to give up one this late in the game in this period if you're Florida. But they haven't been able to get too many chances. There's an opportunity. Horowitz just losing his skate was Bashir right out in front. There's our boy Kyle Meyer.
Yeah, the thing is, Tampa, that was a rare mistake. They don't make many mistakes, especially in their own zone where it really can cost you. We've seen the Gators with a couple of miscues cost them in this hockey game.
Yeah, it's smart, too, not making that many mistakes, because the Gators, that's a team, they tend to feed off other teams' mistakes. You do not want to let them get hot. That goal we saw by Horowitz, they were able to intercept that puck, neutral zone, take it up the ice, and just get that chance.
Still, he needed a perfect shot, Lewis, to get the goal.
Coming back hard is Fortescue. He and Shield come out together. Gators got back, but Griffin up top. Griffin, toe drag, poked away now. They got numbers if they hurry. Mikey McCoy. Look at how fast the Spartans got back.
Wow.
That looked like it was going to be a 2-on-1, and Schmelzer comes all the way back.
Another freshman on Kuslik's team from Manalapan, New Jersey. Wow. Number 77. He said, everybody's fast on my team. He might be the fastest.
My college roommate, Gary Fishman, lives in Manalapan.
Lewis, I want to point something else. Schmelzer, he actually participated in the College Hockey South All-Star Challenge fastest skater. He did not win it. It was won by Tennessee's Mitchell Spranklin. However, there was a lot of talented guys. He was one of the guys skating. They were flying around those corners, and some of them they were hitting the wall at some point.
Spranklin can fly. What is he, number 14, right?
I'm blanking off. I should know this. It's my team.
It is. It's all right. I know you're a little slow.
I said he was fast. I didn't know he was that fast, but you can see the kind of ground he made up there, and it was a big play for the Spartans.
Just terrific knee bend. Bouncing puck. Gators got to get back. Kovalis on top of him. He's relentless. Terry there. We're going to find Devin. Devin's going to grab a Gator player. Gator player of your choice. Who you thinking, Devin? Devin, you got us? Well, he should. We'll try the old-fashioned hand signals. All right, he's got Noah Horowitz. I think we got the remote camera. All yours, Devin, if you can hear us.
Thank you, guys. Devin Sarr caught up with Noah Horowitz at the break. Noah, a big goal from you earlier on, but I heard you being vocal on that bench with your team, trying to get them back in it. What are you messaging to your team to fight back against this strong Spartan team?
I mean, yeah, they're a good team, but we might only have 20 minutes left in our season, so we need to put it into the next gear and just battle a little bit harder because it's really do or die for us right now. And I'm trying to relay that message, and the guys are picking up pretty well. But it's 3-1, 2 goals. Anything could happen in a period, but we're just working towards it.
Who are the guys that you've been working well with? What have you been seeing on the ice with your team's play?
I mean, I think our power play looks pretty good. We've had a few mistakes, but, our top lines are really going strong, getting some good quality chances. Just can't find the net.
All right, I appreciate your time, Noah. Thank you. Guys, we'll go back up to you for the second intermission report.
All right, Devin, thanks. Craig, second period thoughts.
Well, I thought Tampa took advantage. You just heard Noah talk about a couple of mistakes. They took advantage of it. And also, when it looked like the Gators, after scoring, would get not only back in the game, maybe even take the lead, they give up that tough goal almost immediately. You don't want to give up the goal that next shift after you score because it kind of kills that momentum. And then they gave up the other goal there, 3-1, on a nice play by Sauter Dalen, the freshman from Minnesota. So now a little bit of a hole because they haven't had enough chances, from my book, on the goalie Meyer, especially from that inner circle, inner spot. They need more traffic in front. They got to create some havoc to get some opportunities. Charlie?
Well, this is a bit of an unorthodox take. I actually think that goal from Horwitz helped out Tampa a little bit because they saw that they really have tightened up on defense since then. They're moving the puck a lot better, especially in the neutral zone. Those fast breaks, too. Kovalis, he has done such a good job at playing unselfish hockey. And I know, Lewis, we saw in France, it took him a while to find the back of the net, but he was finally able to get one. It's all about patience. Patience is the key to the game. You want to be able to communicate well, pass the puck, wait for the right opportunity. Tampa is doing just that, and that is why they're up in this hockey game.
Well, the Gators are going to have to regroup in this second intermission. It's the season or bust right now. We got about 10 minutes left before we come back for the third period. Will it be the final one for the Gators this season, or will they be able to come back and take down the mighty Sparty? All the answers next here on the College Hockey South YouTube channel. All right, everybody, welcome back. Third period coming up. Is it the last period of the season for the Gators, or are they going to have a chance to come back in? We got Devin Seawagon, or Devin is with Seawagon down in the corner.
Hey guys, yeah, Robbie, good second period for you guys. You have been shutting down Florida defensively. What has been working so well against their team?
I think we're just working hard. I mean, we keep it simple. We got pucks in deep, we bang some bodies. And when we're playing like that, when we're playing all for one for all, that's how we get the job done. That's how we win games. We can beat anybody in the country when we play like that.
What's the key to keep playing like this in the third?
I think just holding each other accountable. The more we hold each other accountable, the more we push ourselves and each other to be better. That's how we win hockey games.
Hey, Devin.
Thank you for your time, Robbie.
Devin, tell them fly, Eagles, fly.
Oh, hey, Robbie. Fly, Eagles, fly. Oh, it's gone.
All right.
He doesn't need to hear that.
He needs to hear that. Greg.
I heard he was a Giants fan.
No chance. All right, here we go. Third period. You heard Devin's interview with Horowitz. Like, we got to turn it up. This season for us as that puck gets by Zelmansky. Zelmansky, one of the few seniors on this team, so it's not just his season, it's his career. His competitive career tonight on the line.
Evan Edwards will be coming back. He's going to grad school, so he'll get another year with the Gators. But yeah, Zelmansky, I believe Jackson Choi, both graduating.
Oh, they just made a pass down low, missed on that. Gators fortunate. Again, a lot of water on the ice. The officials, you could see the puddles. You could see the glare at home on your big screen TV, even if you're one of the three blind mice up in Savannah. There's Katz. Katz takes a shot right into the chest. Easy save for Meyer.
Well, Lewis, you weren't here last year, but there was an incident with this specific rink. The Zamboni broke down on the ice, melted a big puddle over there. It was MTSU playing against University of South Florida. That game got delayed an extra 3 hours. They had to move all the way over to the den back there. So this specific ice, it has a history of melting like that.
Greg, you're an official out here. You've seen that before, right?
Yeah, it happens every now and then. In fact, they redid one of the surfaces here completely. And
I think it was this side, right?
Yeah, I think it was the mezzanine rink.
Was it?
Maybe a year or two ago. And then they did the far rink as well.
So Lampinen now, 18:40. Clock's ticking, working against the Gators. Let's see what they can come up with this Pine.
They just have had trouble getting inside the defense to get good opportunities.
Exactly right. They just can't get in. Icing waved off, says the official. Gators not happy.
Is that Wormington?
That was somebody. That was, we could hear that one through our muffs. Drop pass, looking, return pass, shot, big save.
Great setup.
Yeah, terrific, unselfish play, guys.
Absolutely beautiful sequence. Right back and forth, and it was a good shot. Luckily, Shields, he was aware that time, able to get on his footing, but you easily could have caught him off guard there.
18:03 left, third period. Devin down between. Devin, you have to keep an eye out for the Gator bench and see what the mood is like. Because they had a big huddle while you were doing your interview with Seawagon.
Yeah, last 20, as you heard in that great interview Devin did with Noah Horowitz, could be the last 20, so let's give it all we got here.
Tampa playing smart. They just dump it in the corner, forcing the Gators to waste time if they get there first. But Tampa still winning a lot of loose pucks. Shield with that save. Spartans now with it, looking, holding
Boy, he's
on.
impressive. That's that Moeller.
Yep.
Wow.
Kuzlik said he has the best hands on the team.
Great wrist shot, great vision.
That's a big, tall task when you look at guys like Cole Valise.
And he's from Pennsylvania.
Ah. Gotta love that. There's a shot they just missed high glove side. Had an open net on that blast. Bouncing puck comes all the way back down. We're talking about Pennsylvania and New York. Charlie, not being Italian and from the Northeast, and we got all these guys out of here, right? hard Italian rolls. Good hard bread, Charlie. You don't get that in Tennessee, do you?
You don't, no. You had it a little bit back in Los Angeles. I had some good Italian food over there, but I'll tell you what, you don't get the same. Panera's not really the same over there. That's the best we got.
Oh, you got Coco's in Nashville.
We got Coco's in Nashville. I've never actually been there. I've heard of it, though. I think the parents have been there.
All right, puck comes back up here on the far wall. Gators got a man. Chip it up. Nice pass. Trying to get it to Kemley. Just couldn't do it. Gators got a tag up. They do. That was Edwards on the far side. Icing call. Gator bench happy about that icing call.
I think the Gators got to focus a little more on getting their offense going, though.
1,000%.
Than the guys in the stripes here. And Meyer's been great. Tampa's been impressive. Their goal coming in here, they're going to Natties, was to win all their games rest of the way. They'll be in the Pool A in the Nationals out of the St. Louis area coming up in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think
they're going to be with Army, Michigan
Oklahoma.
State, and Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I just looked at my schedule. I think I got 2 of their games, Tampa.
Pool D. Got to come out of your pool, and then you get to the semifinals and hopefully the championship game.
Yeah.
There's one team on there that is a very dangerous hockey program, and it's Oklahoma State, guys.
Yeah, that's the rumor going around. And you got to win 5 games in 5 days, and if you don't go 3-0 coming out of that pool, probably not going to get
a day off there, I believe.
Pine Calabrese shot, score! Calabrese finally breaks Kyle Meyer. He has been all over the ice tonight. The Gators, the desperate Florida Gators, come up with a big goal, 3-2, boys.
And they do it with only 3.5 minutes into the period. They finally got inside. And a great play, great shot, little flip by Calabrese over the glove of the big guy Meyer. So they're right back in the hockey game.
Kuzlik wants to talk to the officials. We got it over here.
I think he was calling for an offsides there, Lewis.
Yeah, but he doesn't have an iPad to send it to Toronto.
See what they call here. They're going ahead and checking on Kyle Meyer. Meyer looks like he may have overstretched himself on that last play.
Oh, I forgot he's over there. Okay.
Eddie Zane is the backup tonight for Tampa. Their other goalie.
They're going to pull him.
Is Sebastian Fontana, who's not here on this trip.
So Kyle Meyer coming to the bench. That is a big story here tonight. Win, lose, or draw. Kyle is in a lot of pain. Zane going in.
Well, this is a tough spot for Zane. He's been watching the hockey game.
He's a big goalie.
He is a big guy, too. And now he comes in here, and all of a sudden a 3-2 game with the Gators feeling it and hoping to get back in it. If they win this game, they might have a chance to still win the College Hockey South.
So they just throw that one right in on Zane already. Mr. Meyer coming over to give me the scoop. Okay.
And guys, a quick update. They're going to send Kyle Meyer to the locker room, so he's going back behind the dressing room to get looked at, guys.
Yeah, we got that. So Kyle Meyer in the locker room. His dad just came over and told me that he's going in. He's already got 2 torn labrums. So he's trying to just get through the season as a senior, and he is obviously wincing in pain. That is huge for this Tampa team.
Sebastian Fontana is having a great year, too, but he is not here. And now Eddie Zane gets a chance, and a big opportunity here for Zane, but also I think the Gators got to be, you never want to see anybody get hurt, but it's an opportunity for the Gators as well with a cold goaltender.
Yes, absolutely. And again, Zane, how many games has he played? He's 0-1. He's got a 10 goals against average and a .737 save percentage. So
small sample size, but still, he had a rough game.
You know, Lewis, I saw Kyle Meyer really working those hips in the training room over here before the game, really making sure he was loose. You got to be careful. You got to be able to, stay warm as a goalie as most as you can. And they're coming off that bus ride, a lot of times sitting down.
Spartans come right in. That shot's blocked by Horowitz. Well, when we were with France with Kyle, remember we got off the bus ride, first thing he did, he was always stretching. He's trying to stretch on the bus too.
Even while we were going, in that point where we were stopped, which I thought it was going to be, when we got stuck in the middle of France, it was snowing. You were complaining they didn't have snow plows, but yeah, Kyle was trying to get loose.
Yep. A 5.5-hour trip turned into a 13-hour bus ride.
Lewis was complaining?
Dude.
Who would have thought?
You're lucky he's got the control back there.
No, I'm lucky Charlie's in between us tonight.
You would be muted, Minervini. All right, right on top, Zane makes that save.
Parents, officials, we've heard issues with authority here in this hockey game.
I don't even know what to say.
No response. Go ahead.
No, I can't. Just go take your medication and leave me alone. All right, back to live action there. There's Valise with the pass. Comes back up top to Griffin. Shot that one behind. Valise picks it up, throws it in front. Pine there. Gators down 1. They got a fortunate break with Meyer going out. Here's Pine. There's a shot. Big, juicy rebound. Comes all the way out the center. Gators were on a line change. Fortescue turns, dumps it in. You know, I tell you what, the College Hockey South Championship is nice, but for the Spartans, if they lose Meyer going to Nationals with 5 games to win.
You seen Fontana this year?
Have not.
Yeah, he's 6-2-0-1 with a 3.56 and an .883 save percentage. Senior from Toledo.
No, actually I have not. I've only seen Meyer. That's usually who's playing when I get the games. Kemley now. Kemley pulls up, holds on to the puck, looking for somewhere to go. Brings it back up to the point, but Calabrese was headed toward the center. Calabrese with the long pass. Gators.
Yeah, just a little ahead. That was the difference.
13-13 left. There you go, Craig. 13-13. What was that famous
Mockingbird Lane.
Ding, ding, ding. The audience at home doesn't know what that is.
Some of them do.
Yeah. If you know what that is, jump on our chat. 13-13 Mockingbird Lane. If you're young like Charlie, you're going to have to Google it. Winner gets a Craig Minervini autographed puck. Gators got a man going in. They're going to go on a line change. That's Fortescue there as well. Back behind the net. Stolen, good job on the forecheck by Likashwa. There's Katz. Nearly a turnover. Lawhorn. Boy, as things changed here, the mood.
Yeah, for sure. Because of the injury to one of your most important players.
Yeah,
hopefully it's not serious. He has been battling, his dad said, that labrum injury.
So Devin down on the bench in between the glass. We'll get to him in just a second. See what the mood is on this Tampa bench. Coming right back is Schmelzer. We got a penalty coming up, going hard.
That's going to be on Cormac.
Yeah, fortunately, Hargis didn't get hurt, and neither did Shield. Devin, what's the bench like for this Tampa Spartans team when they lost Meyer?
Well, certainly a lot more quiet faces over here. Kyle Meyer still has not returned from the locker room, but judging by Nick Kuzlik, a lot of conversation with his Golden there. Remember, Herrick hasn't played a whole lot of games compared to Fontana, as you mentioned, and Kyle Meyer, but he is experienced enough and big enough in nets that they have full confidence in him to play. Also, on a different note, on the Den rink, it's currently tied 3-3, number 4 USC and number 5 Tampa, and the M3 brackets, 1 minute and 12 seconds to go.
Wow, just terrific stuff going on here.
Come on out. Great
What'd
stuff.
They do? They must have called a 2 and a 10.
Well, he might have said something on the way over.
Well, I'm wondering, because him going into the goal, I don't think that was the problem. I think it was when they got tied up, which caused him to go into the goal. But you're right, Craig. I think maybe something may have been said at one point, because we saw some chirping back and forth between two players.
Unless they called it a hit from behind, which then would carry the 10 minutes with it.
Devin's down there. He's listening in. We'll get the scoop from Mr. Sarah down there.
Looked like a tripping. It was a tripping penalty.
Yeah, there was no question it was a penalty. But what happened after is a 2 and 10 for something. But in the sin bin is Cormac Terry from Comac, New York.
Cormac from Comac.
That's it.
Home of Rosie O'Donnell, by the way.
The more you know.
That's the first Rosie reference this year.
Okay, and it'll be the last. All right, coming in.
Her brother was a good goalie.
Lickashwa. Lickashwa had a man in front. That was Mikey McCoy. Gators. They got 2 penalties. They got a double minor. So Katz is in. It wasn't a 2 and 10. Katz is in.
No, I think the board's wrong there, Lewis.
Well, we'll see.
They got 4 skaters on the ice.
I know, I don't get it.
So I think that's just a mistake.
There have been other mistakes in this game tonight.
So I think one serving the penalty for something that was said, and the other one serving the penalty for the tripping call after looking back at the replay on that.
No, what happens is because it's a minor penalty, somebody has to serve because he got an additional 10 minutes. Because the player got the 10 minutes, the original penalty.
Well, they would run it up.
Yeah, it's just 2 minutes. But the other guy has to come out on the ice, so that's why you have to have an extra player in the box. The penalty was, it's 2 and a 10 on the one player.
Devin, what do you got down there?
Couldn't hear what the explanation was to Horowitz, to Frank Pasquali, but I can tell you Frank was not pleased with that call. It looks like another one's coming up.
Wow, now they got a call from behind. Here's what's frustrating. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. There's an official 5 feet from that play, doesn't make the call. There's an official on this side, all the way down the other end.
On a 10.
And he calls it, and then Valise goes in the box, and it's a 2 and 10. Now they're throwing him out, or is it the wrong guy?
Well, it's a 2 and a 10 here, and so he gave him a misconduct, and with only 10:46 remaining, he will be leaving the game, I believe.
Oh, they're throwing him out.
Yeah, we got a 2 and a 10. There's only 10:46 to go, and you can't give up a power play goal here because it's going to be 4-on-4.
What if it goes to overtime?
They're throwing Cole out.
Yeah, that's a good question.
No.
Maybe they sent him to the showers, and that's good. Unless they gave him a game misconduct.
Yeah, they must have.
He did give the misconduct signal, but usually you go 2-10 before you ramp it up to the game.
Yeah. Well, usually you give a warning to the bench before you.
Yeah. Well, if the guy says something, Lewis, though, that that was a bleeping.
Oh yeah. I was
whatever.
just referring to it earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Cole's coming back.
So did they make a mistake?
Yeah. You made a good point, Lewis. Even if it's a 2 and a 10,
we have overtime
if the
in
game
this
went
round.
to over, right?
Say that again.
You were correct.
Okay. Just tell Norman that, and I'll be
At
okay.
10:35 on a Friday night.
Is that possible in a relationship?
Yes.
Can the man ever be right?
Yes. When we're 300 miles away.
Yeah.
All right, so it'll be 4-on-4 here now. They got to put the time on the clock. And then the Gators for 50 seconds. After that, we'll have a power play for 1:10.
But see, they took the other one off.
Now, it's 4-on-4. Yeah.
Devin, you're right there with the scorekeeper, Devin. What do you got for us?
Yeah, so it'll be 4-on-4, Lewis, for 50 seconds.
Well, this actually isn't the scorekeeper. This is just the music. But I can express that there is jaw-jacking between both sides on those benches. Now, from the understanding, this side's talking about 2 and a 10 for Cole Valise. Now, obviously, you're seeing this could be offsetting. But, guys, a lot to debrief down here.
Wow. Maybe we should stick you in the scorer's box because nobody can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, and there's no PA announcement of what's going on. But obviously, it's a 4-on-4, and the Gators will have a power play in 33 seconds.
All right, here they come now. Lots of time and space. Lampinen, pass, shot, save. Eddie Zane is going to have to be huge. The Gators have a golden opportunity here. They got a power play coming up. Let's not forget their power play has been powerless so far.
Oh, and a great play there, again, by Fortescue. I beg your pardon, by Satterdalen.
Yeah, Satterdalen was...
He's been the star of the game.
It's been terrific. All right, Gators out now.
So they gotta go get the puck here because their power play is underway.
So they skate in, coming all the way back. Spartans
Who's
are
gonna
going to
go back?
Exactly. Look at that. Calm, cool, and collected.
You can't have a 1-on-3 forecheck here, guys.
That goes off a skate. Picked up. They're going to come in and they're going to get a shot off. Shield with a save. 44 seconds left.
That's a good job killing off 26 seconds of the power play.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, able to get the puck up the ice. Lampinen, he had a really good look.
Guys, update over down here by the Tampa bench. Just walked by Kyle Myers' vantage point. He is laying down on the ground flat. There's trainers looking at him, family members. He seems to be in a lot of pain down by this Tampa bench, guys. Not a good sign for the Spartans.
That's terrible news. Kyle Myers, such a great kid, senior. It's terrible news for the Spartans in general. Never want to see anybody get hurt.
Yeah, and they're going to the Nationals, and Myers a big reason why in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he played both games last week in Cincinnati. Such a shame. Well, let's pray for a speedy recovery. They got a couple of weeks. Horowitz takes a shot.
Ooh, sneaky.
The pass shot comes right back out in front. They had Fortescue over here on the near side. Troy with a shot deflected. Wow, nearly went in. Fortescue loses that. All right, 8:46 left. Back to 5 aside. Shot Horowitz. Boy, he just missed by inches.
Great
going
snapshot.
high blocker. Loose puck. Gators putting all kinds of pressure on right front. Loose puck. Here's Troy. He steps up. Shot deflected. Stopped in front. Shot again. Hit a stick. Maybe hit a skate. Troy keeps that one in.
Great play by Choi.
Great pressure here by the Gators. They got the Spartans pinned in their own end. Can't get the puck out. Here's Pine Time. Pine Time splits the D. Trying to pull the trigger. Couldn't do it. Cleared up. Fortescue there. He turns. He's waiting. He holds on. Tampa couldn't change the D. Turning all the way down it goes. Now we got a race. He is so fast, Schmeltz. Shot, shield with the save. He holds on with Mr. Griffin right there on top.
You got to give it to Eddie Zane there, being able to even see that puck with all the foot traffic right in front. And again, we're late in this period where that ice is going to start to get a little choppy right in front of his own zone. You got to be careful of how that puck skips. Tampa, they did a really good job at getting that out of there and just clearing it up the ice, because a couple more chances like that, the Gators, they may have been able to find the back of the net.
3-2 your score. It's do or die for the Gators. They have to win this game to have a chance.
It was the best surge of the game, Lewis, for the Gators. That last sequence, about a minute and a half, off the power play, and then after the power play, they got some good momentum.
Turn fired right back in by Zahalen. Cycled down over there. Calabrese pokes it up. Calabrese would love to get back on the board again. Here's Pine Time. He hasn't been able to get on yet. Right out in front, loose puck shot. Oh, he just missed. Calabrese had an open net, and he shot it behind.
Great drive by Pine.
Terrific play now. The Gators putting pressure on, that desperation showing. Under 7 minutes left. Can they tie this game? Big rebound, comes back up top. Gators go over to Calabrese. He's looking. I think that was, went down in front with Schweers. They got to come back out. They should hurry. They got tons of pressure on this Tampa team.
They had a change. They had an exhausting shift, and so they just dumped it in.
Coming right back, Sater Dalen. There's a chance for Lampinen if he gets there first. Gators, Lampinen, shot! Rebound into the corner. Zane all over. Comes in a tough situation. The Gators are flying now.
They are, and they're throwing the puck at the net from every angle, and this offense has come alive here in the third period.
Zalmansky in on the forecheck. They got 2-on-2 coming back. Horwitz, Seawagon, just deflected that one wide. Seawagon is a truck, just runs over a few people. Spartans pick it up. Saterdale in there. There's a shot. Ooh. Shield. He wasn't sure where that was, guys.
It was Cole Saturdalen rifling one in there, and again, he has been the man of this game. 2 goals. It was a beautiful move, deking out the defender, getting down low. He was trying to go 5-hole, but right now Shields, he's really locked up back there for the Gators.
5:44 left, third period.
What's on tap tomorrow, Lewis, for us?
Well,
for everyone, our viewers.
A lot.
There's a lot. We'll go over that in a minute.
Okay.
Everything is set except
Hey
the
guys,
1M3
real
game.
quick from the scores table update. They gave a 10 and a 2 to both Michael Katz and Cole Valise, but Cole Valise and Extra said something apparently to the official, but that's not, that's here and there. A little controversial, guys.
He's a bad man, Cole Valise. He's in trouble. You tell him his mom and dad are watching. In to take the draw, that's Lickishwa. He wins that. Gators chip it up. Choi, cross ice pass. Nobody there. Horowitz just chips at the center. There's McCoy. He gets it over to Lickishwa. Splits the D. Couldn't get a real good shot up, but he got it on top.
I think Fortescue got his stick in the way and limited the power of that shot.
Griffin turns, just dumps that in. The clock becoming a factor. Weird bounce off the stanchions. That one goes to the Gators. That's deflected. Griffin picks it up. Griffin coming in, gets around Zelmansky. Play continues. Both players went down. That hits Choi. Choi couldn't corral the puck. Fortescue does. Goes off a stick. Lickishwa, drop pass to Horowitz. Choi there.
Boy, Choi is a senior. Could be his last game. He's playing hard.
He's going off on a line change. Here's the captain, Griffin coming in. Griffin with it, Horowitz there, captain on captain. Horowitz, does he have enough left in the tank? They got numbers, they got 2-on-1. Back to Horowitz, he's looking, shot, save. Got it going, got the shot off. I don't think he could have made the pass, guys.
Fortescue made a great play to really eliminate the shot opportunity. Horowitz was running out of some ice. He just had to fire it. Unfortunately for him, he shot it to the breadbasket of Zane.
Yeah, he was just saying on the bench, tapping his chest.
Yeah.
On me.
If you're Zane, that's the last guy you want to see coming down the ice and taking a shot at you. Noah Horowitz, he can really shoot from however far out as he wants to. And right now, Zane, he's got 4 minutes and 30 seconds to really prove himself back here for Tampa.
We'll see if the Gators can make a play. Big save by Shield. Comes back up top. Spartans down low. Looking for a man. Cutting to the center. They just go back out with it again. Spartans playing catch. Shield with the save. All right, let's set this up for everybody at home. Gators lost last night. Tampa, this is their first game. Gators have to win somehow, some way to stay alive. 4 minutes, 6 seconds left. Timeout still for Pasquali in his pocket.
Yeah, timeout, and obviously we'll keep an eye on the goaltender in Zach Shield to see if he pulls him maybe a little earlier than normal because your season's on the line here.
Craig, I mean, what is a little earlier than normal?
Well,
what would you say?
You know, NHL, they pull him with 2 minutes. I'm not sure if they do that in the college ranks, but let's say it was 1:30, 1:20. Maybe you're looking at inside 2 where you got to face off deep in the zone. You have to have possession. You can't make a mistake on that pull.
Not on these guys especially, because Tampa can score from anywhere.
And they're fast.
Yep. They get that over to Lampin, and it's poked away from him. Edwards there. Comes right back in.
It used to be 1 minute, always in the NHL for years. And now because of analytics, they moved it to more, 2.5 minutes sometimes with a 1 goal difference.
So Tampa's going to just dump it into the corner. 3:30 left. Right out in front. Big save. Second one again. Wow. Shield on his game again tonight, guys.
Hey, Lewis, quick update on this Tampa and USC game. Tampa, Tyler Hoffberg won in overtime 4-3. Tampa will play Middle Tennessee State tomorrow in the semifinal.
Tampa, Middle Tennessee State semifinal tomorrow, right here on the College Hockey South YouTube channel. Middle Tennessee State, if you're not familiar, I had their game earlier with UCF. They were ranked #1 in the entire country. For some reason, they dropped to #2. It was the Russian judge, I think. And they turn around, and they just came out just flying today. So that's going to be a terrific game tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. We got women's semifinals coming up as well.
Maybe they should be first Tennessee State, Lewis.
Oh, there you go. All right, let's see what they do, what they got coming. Likashwa, pass on the outside, right back to him, shot, score! A give and go, Likashwa goes to the net. We got a tie game. The thick-skinned Florida Gators, as Charlie calls them.
What a play. What a play by Likashwa going back and forth. Was it with McCoy? Great give and go. He threw it over to the right winger. He got the return pass and made it look easy. The Gators have been playing outstanding. Noah Horwitz told our Devin Sarah right after that second, we got to emphasize it's our last 20 potentially of the season, and they're playing like it.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody getting back on offense to set that up, getting right past Eddie Zane. The whole team came down there. Everybody waiting for the rebound opportunity. It was beautifully set up. A little backhand, tapped it in there. I mean, this is proven to be quite the show here in Fort Lauderdale.
Unbelievable comeback here by the Gators, who were really dominated by Tampa for much of the first two periods of this game, even though the score wasn't a big difference at 3-1.
All right, coming back at you, here's Pine. 2 minutes, 37 seconds left. Look at the rules coming up on overtime. If we get there, right out in front all alone. Gators nearly went up. Give Zane some credit. That was a point-blank chance. Now they got numbers coming back the other way. Stepping up, coming right back in. Shield with a save, rebound. Oh, and it dribbles in. Holy cow. 91, Lawhorn with it. As we're looking up what's going on with overtime, Tampa said, not so fast, my friend.
Well, Lawhorn following it up there with a terrific play as the Spartans came in on the rush. A good headman pass, and then a backhander that was stopped, but unfortunately Shield couldn't handle the rebound, and Lawhorn followed it up. He's had a good game. He's a freshman from Reading, Mass. He's been very good. It's 4-3.
That's why covering up that puck is so important. Little incidents like that. Shields, he had the save initially, but he wasn't able to reach out and glove that up. Tapped it up to the side. Tampa was able to get in there, put one in the back of the net. We were talking about overtime. The Spartans, Lewis, they are saying no. They want it to end here.
And they're going back, retreating in their own end. Then they're going to come right back in with some speed.
Oh, Moeller.
Yeah, Moeller again. Shot, Shield with the save. So we're back to where we were. Timeout.
Yeah.
When do you pull Shield? Minute 50 left. So these guys have to come out of the box now, right?
They got a little more time because you got, I think it was certainly inside of 12 minutes for the Spartan player.
All right, so we got timeout. Florida, I believe. So much confusion with the officials tonight. Devin, what do you hear over there?
Wish we could mic him up, right?
Put your mic right in there, Devin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, sneak in there.
Okay, well, I was told he had a 10 and a 2. No, the one that had a 2, okay.
So Horwitz goes over to get Mikey Katz out.
Yeah, his is up.
That's a true
A little
friend.
more time on the Spartans.
Yeah, Cole.
Go ahead, Dev.
It's 81. You were right about the 81. Yeah, he has a different jersey. Sorry about that. Sorry.
By the way, that's Jake Staper they're talking about, number 81.
Yeah.
I was just about the 10 and 2. What is the official that you guys heard here, guys, about the 10 and 2?
Well, they just
Basically, Michael Katz only got a 10-minute penalty and not a 10 and a 2. So he was only in here for 10 minutes while
Okay.
Michael Terry was in here for 2 minutes.
All right, they were separate.
One for Tampa, however, did have a 10 and a 2.
All right, that's a great explanation.
Right.
But was Katz in there too
So that's why
long?
Katz came. He may have been a little bit longer. He didn't have the 2 and 10, so his 10 starts right at the same point of the
Immediately.
2-minute penalty.
Right.
I didn't write the time down to that 2 minute, but he probably stayed in a little longer than he had to.
Well, I wasn't able to hear Devin, but it sounds like then it was just a mistake by the referees not realizing who was in the box.
Yeah,
correct?
it does sound like a
the
mistake.
players got to know too, though, that in other words, let's say there's 12-12 to go in the period. You have to know that inside of 10 minutes on a whistle, I come out. The ref's not necessarily going to be coming over
Not
there.
paying attention.
And, you have to pay attention. I
Absolutely.
know on the clock I can't come out because it's a misconduct and put too many men on the ice, but I have to know inside that. I usually would, as an official, would tell them inside of 1:45 of the whistle, you come out. That's on
Got
you.
Understood.
So, Devin, great job. between the glass in the scorer's table. Stuck that mic in there. Great job, Mr. Minervini, with that call. He's interviewing scorekeepers, Devin.
I learned from DSPN because you guys have the ref mic'd.
All right, we got an empty net now. Katz on. He was in the box. There's Katz, gets the puck deep. Lampinen.
Set it up.
Back up top. They got a chance.
You got to get set here.
They're looking, they're passing right out in front. Bouncing puck
Dangerous.
comes over. Fortescue turned front all the way down. There it is. Wow. Moeller, of all people, we told you they could score from anywhere. He scores inside his blue line.
They kept him off the board for much of the game, but it was just a good play by Moeller. It's a little dangerous to throw the puck out like that. The Gators had a lot of players down by the net. They were looking for a little rebound. Couldn't get it, and Moeller capitalized. And, the situation there where it's icing if you miss the net, but these days everybody goes for the net. It was a good play, and they could take the 2-goal lead.
Yeah, it didn't take long, and for a second, it was almost like Florida was missing a guy right in the center as that pass from Katz was intended for somebody, but nobody was there to receive it, and that's the unfortunate thing.
Imagine that. The Gators tied it up just a couple of minutes ago. 2 quick goals, one an empty netter by the Tampa Spartans, flexing their muscles. And the Gators season in jeopardy now with 40 seconds left.
A proud third period, though, for the Gators. They probably weren't overly excited about their first 40. They got to be very proud of the way they battle back in this game to tie the game. Obviously, it's going to be frustrating defeat for them, end of the season, end of careers for the seniors, but I thought they played a heck of a third period. And then give Tampa credit because they battle back and give up a couple and are going to wind up most likely winning this hockey game.
1,000% for the Gators after the loss last week in Cincinnati. Knowing that this is the last weekend they're going to play, they came in, they played their hearts out. Last night, they gave up a couple of late goals against FAU. Tonight, they tied the game, give up a couple of late goals against Tampa as they miss on that empty net. And their season is
did not call
end.
icing there.
No idea. Why they didn't call icing, the referees just let him play on. The puck comes back out in front. Horowitz with a shot. Swears there. And then as far as Tampa goes, guys, you talk about, playing and Coach Kuzlik wanting to play and win every game. He was playing his boys tonight, and Kyle Meyer on the floor next to us with the trainers laying down.
And again, Florida, they fought very hard. To their credit, they had a lot of good looks, but they also had a couple of mistakes in there. It's going to happen. These are all learning moments. As you go on Tampa, they're really going to learn from this game. They won the game. I know you said you can learn from your losses. You can also learn from your wins.
So Devin down there. Devin, if you want to get Cole, you guys want to talk to Cole, or do you want to talk to Sater Dalen? We'll get number 24.
Yeah.
All right. You can turn your mic on. We can talk to you. Hey, how cool was it to be in the scorer's box over there, Dev?
He might not have heard you there as he's jostling for the post-game interview. Great game, though. Turned out to be an exciting game. Good for the Gators to come back, and congrats to the Spartans. There is some question now. Tomorrow night we may have the chance. They are talking among the executives in the league because it will be FAU and Tampa. It could be the championship game tomorrow night. We're going to find that out probably after the game.
Yeah, the commissioner said he was going to talk to both programs and see. It's scheduled to be Saturday, but there's or Sunday, but there's no point in it.
Right.
With those two teams. There's Kuzlik giving hugs to Horowitz and some of the guys.
Not only that, both teams are going to the Nationals. They don't need the extra game right now.
They don't.
They don't need the ice time.
Injury.
Especially after that injury to Kyle Meyer.
Yeah, so I would think tomorrow night, and we'll have it right here, will hopefully be the championship game. We'll have to work that out.
How about Zane talking to Shield here? How cool is that?
Yeah, two big fellas, two big customers here, the two goalies.
So we're going to see. Devin, do you have us? Okay. You can turn your mic on. We can talk. What was it like down there between? All right, we got Cole coming up. We'll get back to Devin in a minute.
Cole doesn't want to come on.
He's coming. Got to take his bucket off, face the camera. All you.
Guys, joined with Cole Satterdahl, 2 tallies for you in this win over your rivals, Florida. Talk to me about your performance and how good this feels.
It feels good to beat them. Coach just told me to get the puck deep today, so that's what I did.
You guys took this game over in the beginning. Florida fought back really hard and a lot of shenanigans down here. How did your bench respond after Kyle Meyer went out?
He's obviously a leader on this team, but when he goes down, I knew he could rely on Eddie and get the pucks deep,
Absolutely. For you guys are going to Nationals, you're guaranteed to play. I was going to get a shower there. That's right. You guys are guaranteed to play Florida Atlantic in this conference championship. How much does the focus shift to that and then the rest to Nationals?
We got to reset our mindset. Obviously, they're a great team, so we just got to get into it prepared and ready to, build on it and build in the Nationals.
You guys going to go out anywhere celebrating tonight?
We'll see.
All right. Cole Satterdahl, congratulations on the win, guys.
Hey, Dev, can you get their coach and just ask him if they would like to, it would be interesting to find out, would they like to play the championship game tomorrow night? They are talking about it.
Yes, Nick Kuzlik.
There's Nick there.
Nick Kuzlik, there he is. Congratulations on the win, 5-3, sir. I want to ask you, have you heard any update about the situation? Obviously, you and Florida Atlantic guaranteed to play this championship. Will there be a game tomorrow and Sunday, or just tomorrow, you believe?
Oh, I don't know at this point. I'm really hoping it's just one tomorrow, though. So, we're both going to Nationals here. We don't need the blood boiling even more so than it has been in the past, when we've been playing them. So let's really hope that we're just going for one tomorrow.
Amazing. Let's talk about this game. Your team battled. They fought in this third. Kyle Meyer goes out. Just how proud of you are you, goaltender, stepping in there, and then the rest of your team finishing this game?
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Eddie Zane being able to come in, cold after 3.5 periods and just play amazing, play his heart out there. So, yeah, really proud of Eddie there, especially in that game. The boys responded well. So, yeah, I'm just hoping that Kyle's okay, so I'm going to go check on him here in a bit.
Absolutely, and we asked Cole Satterdahl about Nationals. How do you guys prepare for that? You said, do you focus on your conference championship and then Nationals, or are you doing kind of both?
Yeah, of course, we're always looking forward. What's next? I think right now the team's really focusing on, trying to win I think it's our 6th in a row here. But, yeah, next week I can tell you the coaches, we're going to all get together, watch a lot of film, and, have a good game plan going into Natties.
Awesome. Sounds good. Congratulations, and good luck in your game tomorrow as well. Thank you. Back up to the booth with you guys.
All right, Craig.
Well, it was a great hockey game. I thought that Tampa really took over the first 2 periods of the game, Meyer in particular. The Gators had trouble getting good opportunities, but I give the Gators credit. They always had a great chat after the second period. They came out hard. They left everything on the ice. They tied the game up. Unfortunately, they gave up a quick goal, and I thought Charlie made a great point. If Shield covers that puck instead of leaving that little rebound out, maybe the game stays tied there. But it was an awesome game, and we'll see a good one tomorrow night as well.
Guys, easier said than done in that situation. As a former goaltender myself, I can tell you it may look like he can reach out. Sometimes you don't necessarily have a lot of space. I think he was trying to poke it away with the stick. Regardless, a hard-fought battle from the Gators. I thought at times they looked like the better team in some situations. They were playing really well down the ice. They were passing the puck, moving it really well. I thought the skating was incredible from guys like Lampinen. And, at the end of the day, too, you come into these games, I was saying it earlier, you learn from your losses, you're also going to learn from your wins. Tampa is going to come away with this game, and they're going to realize what they are made of. They had to face some adversity of Kyle Meyer going out in the game, having to throw Eddie Zane in there last second. They were still able to fight hard till the very last minute. And, hey, even when they go down a man on the power play, seems like it's working for them.
I'm very proud of both teams, very proud of the state of hockey here in Florida. College Hockey South, obviously well represented with the 2 teams going to Nationals. You saw last night FAU put out a big effort, came back and beat the Gators. Gators come back tonight, resilient. We talked about it, how they played Tampa. They came out. He played his horses. He had Kyle Meyer in net. He had Seawagon. He had Fortescue out there.
Yeah, he wanted to win. He told us he wanted to win every game the rest of the season. And that starts with this College Hockey South. They've won it 4 or 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
They want to win it one more time. Hopefully, it'll be a one game. You would think that both teams want to play one game. We'll see how that works out and make that championship game tomorrow night right here.
Yeah, it'll be terrific. Stay tuned. Watch the College Hockey South website. We'll get you all the information. If they make the decision at the executive level, way above us three and Devin, if they make it above us and they say tomorrow's the championship, it'll be right here at 8 o'clock on the College Hockey South YouTube channel. Craig, always a pleasure.
All right, pal.
Thanks for joining us.
Nice job.
Charlie, Mr. Tennessee, Devin, great job down there between the glass to our camera people. Mitch in there. Thanks for joining us here on the College Hockey South YouTube channel. University of Tampa Spartans move on to play FAU in the finals. Have a great night, everybody.